All right, good morning. Sad Monday. All right, hold on. I got my coffee, and this is early. I only got one cup of coffee. Didn't even drink it yet. Coffee, second phone, my charger, just in case. This is gonna be quick. I only got 27 battery, and but I'll bring my second charger just in case something happened. I don't think anything happened. Nothing. I don't think anything happened in the last 24 hours that changes anything significant anyway. But I'll bring my charging cable just in case we have to go beyond 27% battery. I doubt it. I doubt anything significant happened in the last 24 hours that changes anything that we have to do. We have to grow the F up. We gotta act like we're humans again. Gotta look out for each other again. We gotta stop supporting these systems in any way we can. We need to change our lifestyles. Damn it, I need to brush my teeth. Good morning, everybody. This is so early. I didn't get a chance to brush my teeth, wash my face, put on no deodorant. It's funky out here. Good morning, Samson. Good morning. It is. Let me look around. Look, see the sun isn't even up yet. It's just cracking up over the hills. And that's the hill that I saw the UFO on. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one right there. No, no, it's no. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the UFO hill. UFNO, unidentified. Something flying up there in that big blue stuff. I didn't identify it. I have no idea what it is. People thought I posted the video as a joke. No, it's no joke. That's a UFNO for me. I don't know what it is. I grew up going to air shows and all that great stuff. Not too far from Andrews Air Force Base, so I'm very familiar with aircraft. Pop was in the Air Force. I was actually going to go in the Air Force for a little bit. I'm very familiar with aircraft. That was not an airplane. Now, there's a slight chance it was a drone. That's what it could be. It would have to be a drone with no blinking lights. But I put some fun music to it, uploaded. I guess it's not as interesting to me anymore. I love the whole UFO alien thing. Oh Lord Jesus! Hold on, the hole is bigger. So whoever lives in there, oh my Lord Jesus! Woo, whoever lives in there, he's cleaning it out, he's washing the dishes, making sure the hole is nice and open. In case he needs to slither out and bite a bald guy. Yeah, no, it's just not. I guess it's just a long time ago. If I saw a UFO, I'd be like, "Oh my God, UFO!" I'd be uploading and live streaming, going nuts and crazy. I mean, they're there. What are they? Obviously, the people with the power don't want us to know or don't want us to think about it. You know, so it's just not that interesting. They're there. So what is it? I don't know. I can't fly, so I can't tell you. There were no blinking lights though, and I watched it for about 45 seconds, and it was just flying. And there were airplanes in the distance. So, and I wasn't alone. One of our friends online was here as well, just sitting there watching it. Like, the hell is that? And she was like, "Well, I don't know. Neither do I." And I don't know. And I guess that's just how it goes. Like when you know something, it's like, okay, it's like good example. There's a spider under my bed this morning. Good example. And what the hell is that, by the way? Y'all need to let me know. People from Texas out here living in the West. Is that gonna kill me? Is that thing gonna bite my toenail, list pinky toe? Because my pinky toe, it's got no protection. It ain't got no armor on it. Some dummy was trying to kick a kick the curb when he was in town, and he kicked off his toenail. So now the spider might bite me in my toenail, and I might die. I don't know what it was. It was black. It was fat too. I know it's kind of racist, but it is what it is. It was a big black fat spider under my bed, just sitting there chilling. I took his picture. Hopefully y'all tell me what it is. Anyway, good morning, Sam the Droom. How you doing? Happy Monday. Sad Monday. I'm sorry. No, sad Monday. Sad Monday, because it's sad because people happy on Monday. You shouldn't be happy on Monday. You should be happy every day. Every day should be a beautiful one. That big, oh Lord gee, where the sun go? Oh, yeah, see, oh, that's so weird. Y'all see that? It's crazy out here in the hill because the sun rose. Y'all saw like literally 2 minutes ago. The sun was rising, wasn't it? It's not rising no more. It went behind the hill. How crazy is that? That's crazy. And I took a picture of the moon. Did y'all see the picture of the moon? And somebody was excavating on the moon. You could see the 3 or 4 trails of them digging up, mining our moon without our permission. All right, I'm sorry. I just things are funny to me because I'm like, what the hell? Like I'm losing my mind. I'm like, the moon doesn't look like that. It's not supposed to have lines and all that. What the hell is going on? Like these United States Incorporated bastards up to every damn thing, ain't they? Russia Incorporated and China all working together against us. We just dumb as a bag of bricks. They up there mining the moon, getting helium-3 and helium-4, gold-7, minerals and titaniums and stuff. And then I looked at brothers and I posted the picture, and people like, oh, that's weird. That's what the hell is that? What the hell is on the moon? That's weird. I'm like, that literally was the moon I looked at yesterday, 2 days ago. And then was it brother Mark posted a picture of the moon last night, and it's like, nah, the moon looked normal. I saw it this morning. I'm like, nah, the moon looked normal. What the hell is going on? And then I went through my picture archives, and turns out ocotillos grow on the moon. You know what ocotillo is? Growing on the moon. Absolutely, it was on the moon. From my perspective, the ocotillo was Where's the ocotillo at? It's the big cat. There you go. There you go, one day. It's the big cactus that looks like an alien. It's got all kind of weird tendrils and things going on. What is an ocotillo at the top of one of these hills? I think it's that one right there, and that's where the moon was. It was right. So it was the ocotillo was on the moon. The ocotillo was on the moon, but that's it's right in front of it. I posted another picture so you could see the perspective. But that's a good example of perspective. Ain't perspective a mother? I don't know how these topics get started. Perspective is everything. Everything. I had a memory post that came up a few days ago, and I reshared. Well, I tried to reshare it; it wouldn't let me, but I just reworded it. Try to be who you are. Try to be who you are, not the perspective you have since you've been here. Your perspective is cloudy. There's no question about his ocotillos on your moon. There are ocotillos on your moon because you think you're black, you think you're white, you think you're an American, you think you're a patriot, you think you're a liberal, you think you're a conservative, you think you're Russian, you think you're UKian. You're not. Those are all just perspectives you have from the location you were put here. We also have perspectives from the creature we landed in, these human meat suits. As a perspective, gives us perspective as well. But all the perspectives are wrong. There are ocotillos on everybody's moon. It's a bad perspective. It's wrong. Try to be who you are. Try to find out who you are. And it's weird when I start talking like this because I pull myself back. It's like, damn, I feel like I'm teaching. I ain't teaching. I don't have anything to teach anybody. I'm trying to learn, and I'm just going through my lessons in life and trying to get to a greater place, trying to become a better man, trying to become a better father, better human. The things that are significant, the significant perspectives, right? Because that's a perspective as well. Being a man, I was born, damn testicles. I'm a man. Okay, well, that's an important perspective. A man has a role in this world. So does a woman, right? A father has a role in the world. If you're a husband or you're a wife, those are important roles. Those are important perspectives to other people because other people depend on you based on those perspectives. But the whole being an American, being a Chinese, being an Earthling it might be an important perspective, but I don't think it's as deep as we need it to be. Right? There are other dimensions out there. There are other planets out there. We're a part of a whole. Like a good example sister gave me was that we're sitting on Earth and we're looking up, and we're like an ant on a rock, right? Like to the ant on the rock or the ant on the mountain might be slightly better. The whole world is the mountain. Its planet is the mountain. Its dimension is the mountain, right? It doesn't know anything outside it. It'll never know anything outside of that. And it just looks around at all the other mountains and the sky and everything else. And all that's outside of its its realm of reference. It has no idea how to contemplate what's on the next mountain. It has no idea what to contemplate what's on the next planet. But if we use that methodology, as above, so below, you can extrapolate. You can extrapolate that. Yeah, you know what? If things are done this way on Earth, they're probably done that way everywhere. But Earth to a degree is our dimension, right? But it's an ignorant one. It's an ignorant perception to be an Earthling because Earth is just a rock on a mountain. It's just a mountain on a planet. It's just a piece of a massive, larger ecosystem. We are a part of whatever alien species are out there. Thank goodness somehow this might actually be an alien conversation. I like alien discussion. And back to that critical question is why does the rest of the ecosystem have no interest in us? We haven't found our place. We have no value to the rest of the ecosystem. It doesn't care. I mean, short of tagging us and I don't know, putting metal and abducting people, we're something maybe to be observed. And why are they observing us? I guess they're hoping that we get somewhere significant. They hope that we create some new type of value to our ecosystem and stop being the ignorant ant on the rock trying to kill all the other ants on the rock to own the rock or the mountain. I don't know. But perspective is a thing. And maybe that'll be the topic of this. This is going to be quick because the sun's coming right back up over that hill, the second hill. Try to see the moon through your Ocotillo lens, right? Try to see the moon without your Ocotillo lens. And that's not going to make any sense if you didn't watch the beginning. So anyway, good morning, you guys. It's going to be quick. I actually had to get to work. I got to commute, and it's about 100 feet. I'm going to try to get 3 courses of Cobb done today. I usually do 2. Good morning, Erica Sevilla. Something about waking up with a big monster spider underneath you makes you want to build, finish your secure house. I've been camping a long time. It's time to stop camping. Go ahead and get the house done. Hey, Victoria wrote, howling at the harvest moon. Wolf power. Yeah, and it's a harvest moon. The Ocotillo's on my moon. That thing is freaky. That's what kind what kind of spider is that? I don't know, Erica. That's why I posted it. There's a lot of smart people out here. That's the only reason I use Facebook, Erica. I utilize the brains out here is like slavery. Like these people aren't real. They're just brains. And I use them for their intelligence. I siphon what I can from them. I have no idea. And somebody will say it's poisonous. Somebody will say it's won't. And somebody will come in the middle and say exactly what it is. Hey, Lynn, good morning. But I need to know. I got your fat black spider. You can have mine too. You need to come get it then, Ruby. If you got it, then you need to come get it because it done got away. You did not put the chain on that damn spider and it got away and it made it back over here. But you need to come get your damn spider. That's what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? People letting their dogs loose. If you got leash laws of dogs, you need to have some leash laws for some damn spiders, especially ones that big. Maybe we each get different holographic moons. Ooh. See, Erica, don't do that to me. Do not bring flat earth over here to me. Don't you do that. Okay? These people lie too much. And flat earth has got, I don't know. I'd believe anything over what was on the television. I don't know. Those people lie so damn much. That is possible. I do to a degree think that we're all just avatars. And, our brain creates holograms for us, right? Because if everything is a frequency and a wave, your brain literally creates a picture based on a frequency and a wave. So your brain is literally creating a virtual reality for you to try to understand the things that are around you. So absolutely, the moon is a hologram. No question about that. See, that's why you can't say that stuff to me, Eric. Because the moon is a hologram. It absolutely is. And so is the Ocotillo. And so are the people around you. Like, look at the people. Look at them people around you. Some of y'all at work, or y'all at slavery. Look at these people. Like, look over there. How weird that guy looks. You think that's what he actually looks like? That ain't him. That's not him. He's like waves and frequencies and patterns, and he's just on your frequency, so you actually can see him. And so your brain creates a hologram and says, I don't have any idea how to draw this guy. So we just gonna draw him like this and just show it to the dummy driving the monkey. Good morning, Christine. How are you doing this morning? Bright and the best. Mornings to ya. I need to work on a Belgium accent. My Belgium accent doesn't work at all. Every position on Earth gives you a different view of the night sky. It does, my letter. It does. I just put on the I was out looking at the stars, so I put on my I put on my the Constellation app. You guys ever use those Constellation apps? Those are fun. Where you can go and see the important stars around you. Like you just move the phone around. As you move it, it shows you where all the constellation and the stars are. The important ones, but the things I mean to the ancients, and that's what's important to me. I don't give two damns what's important to NASA. The important ones to me are what the important ones to the ancients were. The Pleiadians, that was important. I found that. Orion was important. Who else is important? Sagittarius. I think it's Sagittarian galaxy. Yeah, Sagittarius. Um, any any ancient that said the gods came from there is important to me. I really don't care what NASA finds important. In fact, NASA probably points you in another direction because their power comes from your ignorance. And debate that. I'd love somebody to debate that. The FDA, their power comes from you being sick. Debate that, please. Debate that. Right? The DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency here, their power comes from the fact that there are more drugs being brought in the country and people like to do natural things. Debate that, right? Their power comes from the existence of something that we thought we were creating them to get rid of. So yeah, NASA, and that's why what is the acronym? Never a straight answer. They never give you a straight answer. Their power comes from your ignorance of space. Their power doesn't come from you knowing about space. Their power comes from your curiosity. That's where they get their budget from. So yeah, I don't trust any of these groups. My letter, these are all for-profit departments of a corporation, not a government, a corporation. And it's not okay to have a governing corporation. Corporations don't govern, they rule, right? They're tyrants. Their reason for existing, like every business, is money, period. And that money comes from being printed by the few that don't do any work. And then the slaves, us who slave for the things, that money, while their children will never have to. Anyway, sad Monday. Slavery should be sad. It shouldn't be happy. It should be sad. We should be melancholy. It should be melancholy Mondays. Every Monday we will be melancholy Monday. Now, melancholy Tuesday, melancholy Wednesday. I mean, we're happy. The sun comes up again, but just accepting and biting a chunk of reality that we got problems to fix. We can be happy, dippy, hippie, skippy, skipping around here and love and light and all that great stuff that I love. And we got to be happy. You got to be positive, but you can't be ditzy. You can't act like you're clueless as to, the things that we have to do, because that's where our motivation comes from to do those things. Anyway, good morning, Jackie McMillan. Grand rising, beloved. People just have the best greetings on here. Y'all got so much love in y'all. Yes, perspective of the mother. We all got perspective of the mother, Lynn. And the perspective of my mother, she's crazy as hell. I love my mother to death. All my mothers are crazy. I got a couple of them. Hey, crazy as hell. Don't make me go through the list. I got a couple earthly mothers. I got a biological earthly mother. I got the sun mama and the moon mama and the earth mama. They all crazy as hell. Because every time I look at this world is crazy. This life is crazy. Shooting I think all my earthly mothers done got the experiment put inside of them. I'm like, oh Jesus, I'm about to have no earthly mamas. They're not gonna make it. But you can't think like that, right? You got to be positive. You do have to be positive. The human body is the most powerful machine on this planet. The human being is the most powerful spiritual creature on the planet. There ain't anything that man can make that you can't destroy, break down, and get rid of. Even though they're trying to include there's supposed to be 3 categories, right? The control, which is me, because I'll never take your experiment, ever. Doesn't matter what, kill me first. All right. And then there's the people who took the first one, realized they made a mistake. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna do that no more. That was stupid. Or that wasn't very well thought out. And then they stopped. And then you got the people that's keeping up with it. Every time the colonizers and the psychopathic killers stuff, you gotta get another Cooster. They gotta get their next Cooster. I think Israel's on the fourth Cooster now. They got all kind of Cooster. They gonna get the cooties all. Then they got the cooties all over Israel. They creating cootie variants all over Israel, and people can't see it. Like this is why it's a false reality, Lynn. Makes no sense to me. None. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, oh, we're going to make sure everybody gets this so we're safe. And I'm like, does Israel look safe to you? The country is dying. Like, they have more of a problem. There was number two. Y'all have to go to the big tree to find out the details, the statistics. But they got the second biggest variant problem going. Cooties everywhere. Why is cooties everywhere? Because they required everybody get the Ovaltine from the very beginning. Oh, so let's be like them. Let's require everybody get the old. So if you want your country to have cootie variants everywhere, then you require everybody in your country to get the cootie shot. That crazy. And people like sitting there clapping. Oh, I think, I don't know. Are people clapping anymore? I don't know. I'm not in their world. I can't, like, it took away too much of my respect of too many people. So I'm not in their world. I assume that they're clapping, but I kind of feel like they're neutral, like they're just not saying anything. Like they just let their ignorant president of a corporation just say dumb stuff. And they ain't nowhere near checking them as they check Donald Trump. Listen, I'm telling you, I enjoyed the Trump presidency. I don't care what y'all think. I do. I enjoyed it. I thought he was funny, and I thought y'all yelling and screaming it was funny too. I thought it was hilarious because these people are my government. These people are a colonizing corporation, East India Trading Company. I think it's hilarious. I just wish y'all would check that dude with the can't even remember what shoe he put on 5 minutes ago. Are my shoes blue or white? I didn't forget. Did I put the right foot on it? Oh, damn it. There's my shoe on my heel. I put my shoe on my back, And I can't pay attention to it. I can't watch because it's just too obvious that people they're just about bullshizzle. That's what it is. It's just bullshizzle. It takes too much of my respect of people I love. So I don't pay attention to what's happening in their world. But anyway, it's all about perspective, Lynn. It's all about perspective. We probably should be taking our perspectives and trying to make the world a better place, our ecosystems more positive and more loving, and advancing them for the next generation and for the end of our lives. Not taking our perspectives and trying to determine who we need to go fight. Who did this to us? Who am I a victim of? Who do I need to blame for my own damn problems because I was born in a place? I'm kind of of the mind, Lynn, that maybe we did choose to be here. And maybe you did choose to be in that situation that you're in because maybe you knew how ignorant you are. Maybe soul, you, spirit, other dimensions, your root self knew that you need to be in the challenges that you're in right now that you blame other people for. And that maybe you knew, because that's your real you, that the ignorant you that's down here, that's got the finite brain, not the infinite one, was going to learn a whole lot by being put in that situation. I don't know. Maybe you did this, dude. Maybe you did do this to you. And it's a deep thing. I'm not gonna claim that I know, right? Because and I'm talking about like just silly, stupid stuff like race and all the little religions and all the little ignorant stuff people fight over. But then they're very deep topics, like there's like abuse, right? The people who end up in really abusive situations, do they ask to be in those situations to learn something? It's powerful. I don't know. There are people who didn't make it to the age of 14, right? Abused by their parents and then killed and shoved in a hole somewhere. There's a lot about this world that we just don't understand. And this is why we really need to be spending time just educating ourselves and learning and expanding our minds and evolving. Not involved in ignorant, silly, stupid stuff with other people that just aren't there yet. And they'll get there. I'm not judging them. They'll get there. Like I said, I think everybody makes it. I don't ever want anyone to think that I speak from a position of, I'm greater than someone else or I'm righteous or something. I ain't. I know me. I ain't grew up with me. I still know the dumb stuff I do. I just don't post it like y'all. Okay. But we have to keep moving. We have to keep evolving. I mentioned before. I mean, my And I think my theory is solid. I think we don't know anything, but we can extrapolate from just having a brain, some critical thought. Study to show thyself approved. And just like the ant on the rock sitting on the mountain can extrapolate what's probably on the other mountain, the dumb human on its planet can probably extrapolate what's on the other planet. You ain't alone. Okay, just get over it. Get over your little super. Get over yourself. And your species is not intelligent. We're getting there. I extrapolate that there is something, there's a creator. I don't know what it is. Don't know what its name is. I'm pretty sure it does not have a testicle or a dingling. I'm pretty sure it's a creator's woman. That's how we all start out, like it or not. This is the guy that says that men are women. No, that's just science that says that. I'm telling you, and you can do some research. Just open your shirt up and go find your nipple. Okay? It's supposed to have milk flowing through it, but for some reason, the universe, soul, God, something decided that no, we're not going to put no milk in the ones with the dinglings. All right? So we're all women. We're all creators. That's how we start out. But then the man has a purpose, and so it becomes a man. But perfect beings, perfect creators, perfect simulation makers, perfect gods, whatever you want to call them. They don't create flawed systems. And I'm a ride on that one. I'm gonna keep with that one. Perfect beings do not create stupid human systems that don't work. So if it created the system of evolution, Earths, planets, universes, whatever you want to call it, existence, and it put all of us here, then we all make it. Because if some of us didn't make it, our really, really special friends who can't seem to put two to two together, no, 2 to 2 is 4. No, it's not 7. If we do what Israel does, we're going to be where Israel's at. That's how that works. But they make it too. They make it too. We all make it. Everybody makes it to heaven, whatever heaven is. And I'm convinced it's just another dimension. It's just the next level. It's just the next thing we go to. Maybe it's a phased reality. I have no idea. But everybody makes it. Otherwise, you're trying to tell me I need to accept that God is perfect and it somehow can't figure something out. Not how stupid that sounds. And that's the beautiful thing, too, because if you have a brain in your head and you got critical thought and you can extrapolate, then you can see through the man bullshizzle. How they've modified scriptures for thousands of years, changing things to control people. But when you can really think clearly through it, like, oh, that actually makes some sense. How is God perfect, but people fail? How can God fail? If God fails, then God ain't perfect. Then God ain't a God. God's just an alien. You know, but you don't have to believe that. No, I'm not really worried what people believe. If people believe anything they want to believe. I've been given a brain and I've been given the ability to study the show myself approved, as that scripture says, and I think through things. And I try to not let my perspective jack up where I need to evolve and where I need to learn. So just as there was an ocotillo growing on the moon, I was born into a Christian family and I was raised as a Christian. And I spent lots of time in the church, and I love it. I don't regret none of it. I learned I wouldn't be who I am if it weren't for the church. I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't have the love in my heart that I do. Neither would my parents. Shoot, I might be a drug dealer. I might be worse. I might be a politician. All right. Coming to rob your babies, while giving them candy on camera. That's exactly who I could be, a politician. Dropping bombs on babies. But it was that perspective that I was given, but all of it wasn't bad, is my point, and so be who you are. Don't be where you were born. Don't be who you were born to. Don't be what you were born in. Be you. Always be you. Anyway, thank you, Lynn. That was a great one. You didn't put me on that perspective, but perspective is everything. Let me do comments and I'm gonna go because I do have a lot of work I got to do today, and we're doing ancient knowledge later today. I've had enough lessons. I'm ready for some good stuff. Yeah, Jackie, if you want good stuff, all you got to do is get around good people. Listen to good music, eat good food, do good things, and goodness will follow you all the days of your life. and that is part of the scripture. How was the NASA spaceship? You know what, Christine? I'm whatever it is. Just because I'm lied to by these people, I'm pretty sure it's United States Incorporated, whatever it is, or United States Incorporated was given the rights to fly it. It belongs to the real powerful people in the world, and the United States Incorporated is not one of the powers. That's just a corporation. It's owned by a group of people, if not someone. So the United States Incorporated is nowhere near, an empire controller. It's just a piece of a cog in a bigger system. And I kind of think they give those ships to the world's corporations, the Russias and the Chinese and whatever. So I don't think NASA has spaceships. I think NASA's there to just keep information from us, but there are more powerful entities or secret societies or whatever on this planet, and they actually decide things. And their greatest power actually isn't those anti-gravitic spaceship devices that they actually release patents for on Google Patent, but people still can't see through what an electromagnetic gravitic device is. Is I blame it on them? So no, I'm pretty sure the aliens around, but they're not that interested in us. Whatever that is human beings doing dumb stuff, keeping us stupid. And I'm going to continue to blame them until we have a world that's open source and they don't have any secrecies. I always blame, mankind for the dumb things that happen here. Because 99.999% of all the lies, the things that are being hidden, the bad things destroying ecosystems is all man. Hey, good morning, Sandy Carr. What is an alien? Actually, and why are we the only ones in the ecosystem that deserve that fact? I don't think aliens exist, Lynn. I don't think there's such thing. I think that they're just creatures. There's Planck energy, and it evolves and connects together, different types of cells and to create different life forms, to evolve and to collect energy better and better and better and better. And that's how single cell organisms become multicellular organisms. And it's really all just energy, wave energy. So there are no real aliens, right? We're all just cousins, and we're all just in different perspectives. Our perspective is here on Earth and what we look at, and the ones flying around in ships are part of the Galactic Federation, That's their perspective. And it's something greater than them because they're only in one dimension. There are others in other dimensions. I think they're just multi-levels of all those things. I'm trying to figure out, is that a cricket or is that a little baby rattlesnake can't get his rattle right? You will enjoy the Cobb House comfort. You will feel like a king after camping after half a year. Yeah, I know, Christine. Not a king. I feel safe. Right now, oh no, I hear a bump in the night. But once I'm in a sealed structure, it'll feel good. But I wouldn't trade this for anything in the world, Christine. I mean, the things that I've learned, I honestly, I feel that everybody should live off grid for a period of time. Everybody should go camping for a couple months. It'll put you back in sync with the ecosystem and the world. I mean, the struggles, the hardships, the beauty, just being in tune with nature again, the solitude, being able to think and meditate and breathe. I think everybody should live off grid for a period of time. It definitely is not anything I regret. But now it's time to start building the automated world out here. It's time to start, building up. Because once again, I'm not doing a homestead and I'm not struggling. I'm not roughing anything. I'm actually getting together tropical plants. And I actually got a whole bunch more I got to get back from my stash in Pennsylvania to start to create this tropical wallapini of a greenhouse that I'm going to live in. But it's time to get that going. But it'll definitely feel good. But that's an example too, Christine, right? Because if there is no darkness, there is no light. If there is no evil, there is no good. If there is no roughing it, there is no, not relaxing, roughing it, there is no utopia, and it just seems like in the Rockefeller world, corporate America, that world, living in suburban America in the cities, everything is just melancholy. It's not really good or bad. It just is. And that world does not fit with me anymore. I don't like, it just is. I don't like melancholy. Oh yeah, yesterday was Happy Woman Off Grid Day. Happy Woman Off Grid Day, everybody, all the women off grid. Happy Off Grid Day. Thank you for showing us men what we're supposed to do, how strong we're supposed to be that we ain't. If they say the man is supposed to provide, we done missed that. Oh boy, did we miss that. We don't know how to can, grow food, put seeds in the ground, cultivate, live off grid, build solar panels. Don't know. You know, I end up saying we. I put myself in that group. We, I'm relearning this stuff. We as a group, a lot of men don't even know how to cook food anymore. Guys, no, I just done. Somebody, who's it? Paul asked me, is that really a thing? No, it's not. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. If you want it to be, I'm manifesting that to be a thing. At times you got to look at other people around you like, damn, y'all are strong as hell. I tell you, there's some strong women in my life. My God, there's some strong women. I won't list their names because I don't know the connotation and if they would appreciate that or not. But just when I hear the things that women have been doing for a long time, living off grid, like I have at least 4 or 5 female friends that just literally just dropped everything and moved off grid and just started doing things by themselves. I'm like, how the hell? Where did y'all come from? It's not on TV. It's not being published. They don't really talk about it. It's like, yeah, this world is not for me. I'm gonna go do my thing. I think about I honestly, if I think about it, I know about 2 guys that live off grid. 2, myself and Alexander. I mean, there might be a few others, but but I can list about 4 or 5 women off the top of my head now that live off grid. And it's just weird. I mean, and again, maybe it's perspective. It's just maybe the type of friends that I have, or what's significant. But guys, we got to step our game up. Darkness is coming, whether you accept it or not, whether you believe it or not. I'm telling you, darkness always comes, and it does. And it's not that it's going to come in our lifetime, but it's coming. And if you got kids, or you got grandkids, or you got nieces or nephews or friends or people that you even care about. Maybe you're a single guy. You don't have any brothers and sisters, and you never had any kids and ain't been married. There are people who you love who are going to have a very hard time if you don't have the insight to know that darkness is always coming, and you should be building things and preparing for that darkness, whatever that means to you. I'm not telling you what, y'all know what I'm doing, but you need to make sure that your time here on this planet is useful. Making money is not useful. Right? Sitting around just dropping loads in the toilet, peeing in that thing and breathing up our good oxygen, breathing out carbon dioxide is not useful. Everything does that. That big, fat, nasty black spider under my bed, everything does that. That's useless. That's called being a part of the ecosystem. And unfortunately, our economics is a part of our ecosystem. I don't want it to be, but it is. Most people like our economics and our debt slavery, so we got it, and it's not going anywhere right now. That's just existing. But what are you doing to make the planet a better place that you've been here? What are you doing to make people's lives who know you any better than what they are? Anything? Or are you just here to kind of use up some resources and just go away? I don't know, guys. I think we got to step it up. That's just me. So there you go. Holy Grams. All right, let me go down here. Oh, look, some of them strong women that came in the house. Strong. Like they're not even strong. They're like strong. Living off grid. Like, my God, like, how do y'all do? I got a friend that lives off grid in a cold A state. Man, I don't do no damn cold. I do not know. I live off grid in a hot state. I will not do cold. No. Just live under a block of ice for 6 months. But women do it. They're strong. They're stronger than what we are. That's the reality. There's mental fortitude, right? There's physical fortitude. There's all different types of strength, psychological. And anyway, is this my beautiful house? Is this my beautiful wife? Watching the days go by. All right, Ruby. I'm not sure what we're saying. Hey, Jasmine. Good morning. I'm gonna do comments and go, you guys. This got to be a quick one because I got a lot to do today. Sirius. Oh, yes, Sirius was another one, Christine. Another important planet. But you can find them on that constellation finder. Truth, never a straight answer. No, never a straight answer. No, and I like that constellation finder because you can go and, I just feel like when I look up at the night sky and I look up all these stars, I just feel like there are hundreds of billions of other creatures looking back like, we're the only intelligent thing in the universe. There's nothing out there. That's just dust. Those are the gods. Those are lights. We're the only intelligent thing out there. Maybe there's some bacteria on other planets like that Earth place. But there's no way there's nothing intelligent there. And they would be right. discernment, discernment among the masses, not smoke and mirrors. Yeah, and the world is run on smoke and mirrors, unfortunately, Lynn, and that's how the few stay in power. History is a lie. That is agreed upon. Victoria, and what the truth is doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. All people got to accept is history is always wrote by the psychopath. It's always partial. It's always written by those who kill the most people and get away with it. So they get to dictate that they were the saviors and the good guys in history and everybody else was foul. Just don't believe history. It was a lie. It was all a lie. And it's always going to be a lie. We're always only given a little piece of the truth, if any of the truth. Mama knows. Yeah, mama always knows, Victoria. Karma's a thing too. Just like Nipsey Hussle. Oh, don't get me started. You get me started on Nipsey Hussle and Dr. Sebi will be here all day. Not that can't be. Said about Trump. What'd he say? That blank is wicked and weird. Listen to the song F Trump, John. Well, so Jackie, and this is where my Trump friends ain't gonna like it, but I'm gonna be, oh, look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. See? People's like, oh, ain't no butterflies in the desert. Ain't nothing out there. I told y'all. It's weird how birds and insects love me. They just fly. She just flying right by. Look at all this space and opportunity. Look around me. She can fly anywhere out there, anywhere out there. And the damn monarch butterfly decided to fly right past my head. I could have touched her with my finger. Nature knows. There's just something powerful about it. But, my Trump friends won't like it, but I'm going to tell how it is. It doesn't matter if you're a Trumper or a Bidener. It's the same thing. They're on the same side. Whether they know it or not, it doesn't matter. They're on the same side. There's no such thing as a Democrat and Republican functionally. From a systematic perspective, there's no such thing as a conservative or liberal functionally. They're all the same. At the top, their leaders are all on the same side. They all serve as staff underneath the United States Incorporated. They're all going to do exactly what they're told to do, which is they're being told to do that by corporations and lobbyists. So there is no difference. The only difference is at our poor serf slave level where we argue about things that don't even matter because they're never going to happen. But I don't have any angst for Donald Trump, and I don't have any, fascination other than the fact that he's funny. That's it. But he is going to do what the money tells him to do. People are lined up and they're waiting for this savior to come back and get rid of this crazy man, this super tyrant. No, every president steadily gets worse. That I've been saying that for about 5-6 years now, and it is true. Every president, things steadily get worse. Yeah, something weird with Trump though. It was something weird though, where the wars, but so we can say the wars stopped, and I'll give my Trump friends that the wars did. We didn't start any new wars, no question about that. But we also hid where we were bombing. We hid the drone strikes. We hid the drone attacks, and so you don't have to call it a war. But, we have no idea, the Obama drone strikes where they were dropping 20 drone strikes a day or something like that, killing all these innocent children and kids and all that stuff. It could have tripled. It could have quadrupled. We have no idea. We just know it was hidden from us. So we don't know. So I'm not going to say he was good or bad, whatever. I just know this. Every president is going to get worse because a corporation has to make more profit every single cycle. Right. And their profit is based in taking our power, our freedom, robbing and killing others and stealing resources from other countries. So, yeah, I'm just not really into the whole Trump Biden thing. He's just not as funny. Biden, he's just scary. It's just scary. It's scary that anybody would hand a gun to a mentally ill person, let alone the biggest colonizing, enslaving system on the planet that right now that we know of, the United States Incorporated. But yeah, I thought you were with Nipsey Hussle. I thought you were going to Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi was on point, and that's the crazy thing is that people actually believe that doing unnatural things to their body is going to somehow put them back in sync in balance with nature, and it's not. All you're going to do is create more problems. All right, but we're not going to go that far because I do have to. I want to finish the comments and run. That's it. Very philosophical. And philosophy is all we have, Lynn. I think we need to get more philosophy in schools and critical thought and throw out some of those other useless subjects because it's not useful. It's not useful to raise children up to be slaves for corporations and careers. That's not that. We did that. That's not useful. We built the world with that. That's great. Now let's move on to something bigger and better. Children need spirituality. They need meditation. They need love. They need empathy. They need to work together as a collective. They need all those things. They need freedom. They need liberty. They need all those things. Tupac knew. Well, Tupac, yeah, he knew something. He knew they were raping children. He knew Biggie Smalls was doing. He knew Biggie Smalls was doing it. I didn't know. He knew about the bowls. I didn't know any of that, Jackie. But in general, when I look at entertainment, from the few entertainers I know who were in Hollywood, I know one who was super successful. Y'all know who I'm talking about. They all said the same thing. They are human beings. They went and said, "Oh no, this is I can't have no parts of this." Tupac, for all his fails, and we all have fails, he actually was a real person. He got in and said, "Man, y'all are sick." And there are a couple of people who did that. Dave Chappelle did that. Uh, Martin Lawrence did that. And maybe they were involved in it to a degree, or they just, they started climbing that ladder and said, "Oh, you got to pay to play." No, I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all are nasty. Y'all are sick. Y'all are psychopathic. And those people always end up dying. Left Eye Lopez, right? John Lennon, the ones who started gaining some sort of fame in those circles and realized these people are sick. But yet the majority keep clapping. The masses continue to go along with it. So, but nothing surprised me, Jackie. None of that surprised me with Biggie or any of them were. Why? Because when you make we have a psychopathic manufacturing society. And when you design society to turn human beings into psychopaths, we got to expect a lot of psychos in the path. And we can change that. And that's what we need to do. Good morning, Jasmine Yvonne. Let me see. Feminine creates, the goddess creates, the gods watches. Yes. And everything that's a creator is the feminine. And so maybe there was the masculine had to be developed for some sort of a balance for whatever needs to happen here or just in this universe. But, that creation energy is a feminine energy. Morning, G, your mind is beautiful. Well, thank you, Andrea. And your heart is beautiful. Thank you so much. Andrea is one of the ones who always sends me a nice little care package, keeps me smiling. Outraged at being censored by a gang of thieves and child killers. And that's a good thing, Jackie. Don't be outraged by that. That means that you're doing the right thing. When psychopaths don't like you, when psychopaths try to silence you, that's a great thing. When you post things that get censored, it means you're posting things that are actually important. The things that offend their advertisers, the science that offends their advertisers, there's nothing more important to post, Jackie. Don't let that get you outraged. It means that you're effective. It means that you're actually doing something that matters. If you're not being censored, you're not really posting anything that matters. I mean, there's nothing wrong with bunnies and kittens and poodles and puppies and stuff, but to some degree, we have to defy the psychopaths that are trying to make this planet a worse place off. The ones that thrive when it's a slave plantation. Lots of work to do myself. I'll catch up with you later. All right, and let me get down. True. Nature will tap. Will tap your butt in tune. Yeah, it will. Nature always wins in the end, Jasmine. It always ends. I don't know why people don't know that. They're fighting this. They're like, "Oh, we're going to win this. We're going to beat nature, you guys. Keep getting your Cooster shots." You can get a Cooster shot all you want. You ain't never going to beat nature. Going to sit back there and say, "Oh, Lord, there's another one I'm going to have to go ahead and take to the dust." You're never going to beat nature. Nature writes the rules, whatever nature is. And the rules are not going to a laboratory and getting synthetic anything. Synthetic things, don't get me wrong. And I'm not against modern medicine. I'm against 80% of modern medicine that are for treating side effects, not actually saving lives, right? Synthetic things can save your life. But after they do, your whole goal should be getting back to a natural balance on biological things, not trying to create an unsustainable life on synthetic things, because it's not sustainable. Eventually, you're going to die, or eventually you're going to destroy so much of your DNA that your DNA is just it's going to down select, right? Epigenetics are going to say, "Okay, well, that's it. We don't really have much left that works in this ecosystem, so we're going to go ahead and terminate this life." Nature always wins in the end, and people, they're fighting this thing like they're actually going to beat nature. And it's just so weird. Hey, Lynn, looking forward to it. Oh yeah. Money comes when you are doing the things that ground you. Can I say that a different way, Lynn? Energy comes, because to a degree, money's energy. It's a representation of labor. It's a representation of slavery, but it's energy. Let's call it energy. You get energy when you manifest it. And if that's what people want, it's needed. You can't function without it. But those things come when you manifest it. When you're doing things you're supposed to be doing, somehow the heavens do open up. Somehow you are blessed. That's why I don't like to call it money. It's just energy, right? You get blessings when you're doing the things that are blessing the people around you. Karma, another thing we call it. Oh, ancient knowledge this afternoon. Oh, yep, it is this afternoon. The question. What is the question, Jasmine? Although I don't know if I got time for the question. Money is not inherently evil. The love of money is. Putting people in jeopardy because you are your greed is big fat pharma's evil. Morals over money. Yeah, I know that scripture, Jackie. I like to say it a slightly different way. It's not the love. Well, the love of money is evil, and we all love money. I don't know any other way to say it. I love the things that allow my children to eat. Right. I love the things that make my kids smile. I love the things that even the people in my past. If I've ever loved you, I always love you. I love the things that make them actually be able to live life and be sustained here. And we all love money in that fashion because it provides those things. And that's why they design this world psychopathically around money, because it means that we will love what money provides, which means that we love money. And they print the money. Money's a false construct, right? They print it. They don't actually have to do anything. That's how the few, what the Rothschilds and a few of them, they replaced God because they became the saviors. They are now the saviors. They are now who we love because they provide the things that provides the things that we love. So yeah, but money's not inherently evil. I agree with that. Money's not evil, but we're not evolved enough for money. I don't believe in money. Money has to go away. Money has no reason to exist. Automation, it made money see a legacy. It made money a legacy concept over 40 years ago. We have enough for everybody. We just don't want to share with everybody. That's all it is. And well, who's going to pay for it? Who's going to pay? Robots literally don't ask for money. They just need people like me to keep programming. And we love to do that. It's our passion. So money doesn't have a reason to exist. The only reason not from a human perspective, right? The only reason money exists is because it's the perfect shackle. Debt is the perfect shackle that keep us all slaving. And the things that money provide make people happy. So they're cheerful about it. And they'll post it on social media and Instagram and pick the chat. I got my TikTok. Y'all see I'm TikToking now. So, if you ask me, I mean, I'm leaning and I'm manifesting a world where money doesn't exist. I don't think any child should be afflicted by this cancer anymore. Money is a cancer at our state of evolution. We're not evolved. All we do is we take money and we beat each other over the head with it. As an analogy, it's like a baseball bat. A baseball bat is not a bad thing, right? You can play baseball with it, damn it. Shoot, you could beat back a mountain lion with a baseball bat. You can beat back a rapist. Or you can go beat an old man to death with it. You can go beat an old woman to death with it. And what we do with baseball bats in this analogy that's money is we teach children to beat the hell out of each other with it. And I don't think that's right, Jackie. Right? Putting kids in a place called kindergarten to teach them to be in conflict with someone else. And if they're smarter, if they listen more, if they obey more, then they get more money, which means their neighbor gets less. From a very early age, we teach our children to be psychopaths. I mean, we could be teaching them to work together. I don't like to say things without saying what the answer is. The negative things without the positive things. We could be teaching them to work together as a collective, not to engage in an economy that requires they be psychopaths beating each other over the head with a bat and posting on social media and bragging about the vacations they took, the cars they have, the house they have, the purdy husband they have, the purdy wife they have. Who's going to cheat on them later? The more you spend on a wedding, the sooner you're going to get that divorce. But we could actually be raising children to be a functioning part of the ecosystem, to require a world where they don't have to be psychopaths beating each other over the head with debt and money. But that's how I look at it. So yeah, money doesn't need to exist, but money's not inherently bad. It's just a legacy concept. It doesn't have to exist anymore. And most people on this planet aren't evolved enough for it. All is mental. I think it all is, Jasmine. The chances are we are the only intelligence or even life in the universe is pretty high. Look at the math. Actually, math says the exact opposite, Paul Bradley. And I'll resort to mathematicians. I like how Michio Kaku said it. And I think even the guy who doesn't believe in aliens said it, Neil deGrasse Tyson and a few others, is mathematically impossible, right? When you look at the numbers, oh, there goes my phone. Hold on. I need to plug this in because I can't even see the screen. It's part of why I brought the plug. When you look at the infinites of space, it's impossible. Every ant on every rock think that they're alone in the universe. Or maybe ants are more evolved than us, and they know they're not alone. But we have this idea, we have this narcissistic, sociopathic idea that we are intelligent and everything else isn't. And I can tell you beyond a reasonable doubt that we are absolutely not the only intelligent life in this universe. And the ancients have said that since the beginning of time. We are the most ignorant, sociopathic, narcissistic, foolish creatures in the universe. And the ones that are intelligent don't have nothing to do with this. And bless them for that. Because to me, their silence speaks volumes. The fact that they don't want to have anything to do with us to a degree where, 40% of the population think we're alone in the universe. I mean, you're in a big group. You're not alone. You're in a big group, Paul. The fact that they are so avoiding of Earth speaks volumes. They don't have nothing to do with us at all. But there was something about the ancients they did want to have to do with, right? They were here all the time. This is where all the religions came from. This is where all the speaking of gods, the Greek gods, the Mahabharata, all the ancient texts, the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Hopi, right? The Dogon, all of those people spoke of the gods that came here, and they all came from there, But somehow we became something that they don't want to have anything to do with anymore. And I think that speaks volumes. Oh, damn it. I thought that was a rattlesnake. Nope. That was a sticker on the top of this post. I guess you can't hear it. The wind was hitting it the right way. Well, you got to be on your toes out here. It is not a joke. All right. I'm going to read the last comments and I'm going to go. I always miss your notifications. Good morning. Well, Heather, I'm sorry. Eventually, I'm going to get more consistent, and I'll try to find a consistent time. I'll try to. I don't know if that's possible out here. But, yeah, I mean, I try to go live. Actually, I've been going live almost most mornings. I don't get live every morning. I try to. It's probably early for most people, but, I just want to say good morning to my friends, over my first cup of coffee and then get to work. A president is a puppet, a talking head. The power is behind the throne. Amen. It's absolutely 100% fact, Paul. We absolutely agree on it. The president is not the power. The nation is not the power. Like I started to say yesterday, nations don't exist anymore. All you have are powerful corporations and groups, maybe powerful families. And the nations are just the thing for the ignorant people to stay in conflict with each other, right? The real powerful people stay in power because they've convinced the world they don't exist. And so the ignorant people are like, yay, our country, fight. We're fighting for freedom and democracy and the love of human beings. We're fighting climate change. Like all of these fights are fake. All of these fights are ridiculous. Money rules the world. Money makes the world go round. And you know that. People forgot that, Paul, which is money makes the world go round. Politics doesn't do a damn thing. Politics is to control the masses and to give them a sense that they have some control over the money and the power, but we should know better. But this is where we are, our state of evolution. Want to skip their moderation. Here's a link to Twitch. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Deborah. Absolutely. Yeah, we're on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and now I'm playing around on TikTok. I like TikTok. But Deborah, I tell you something about TikTok. They can call it wrong. They need to call it porn talk. Maybe call it booty talk. I don't know. Because I'm trying to learn how to use it. I was playing around with it last night, Deborah. And I'm like, whoa. Listen, I'm not trying. You can't even turn it off. Like you just hit the thing and it's showing you people in booties dancing around and people that they're naked. They're just naked. They got on clothes, but they're naked. You can see everything. And it's just like, well, I don't want to see that. And I'm like, oh, how do you stop it? I've hit the home button and a new video hit the home button. I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with clothes? I mean, I mean, I'm a naked guy. Don't get me wrong. I should have been in a nudist colony. I believe in nakedness. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to see it on TikTok. I think you should have to hit somebody's profile to see like booties bouncing in your face and stuff. So I was just like, honestly, last night I was questioning, like, should I be on this platform? Like, this is, I don't know, it's a little weird. Like, um, but then there are some really deep, people on TikTok. There are some really good videos. It's just the ones that I don't know how to stop it. I don't want to see videos of people I don't subscribe to, Deborah, and I don't know how to stop that. I would hit the button home and then all of a sudden a new video, new music. It's like, oh my gosh, this is like a pornographic. It's almost pornographic. All right. And I'm a man, so I don't know. Yes, I wish I clicked off of immediately. I did not, Deborah. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, is that what you're working with? Because I'm a man. We get caught up in the things like, all right, listen, I got stuff to do. I cannot be watching this. Like, oh Lord Jesus, how'd you get that? Anyway. Or dance talk, right? That was the other one. Like most of the videos were like, people dancing or just a whole lot of nakedness. And maybe it's just because they're showing me that because it's trying to figure out what I like. I don't know. I would like to know somebody knows how to use TikTok. How do I only want to see on that homepage when I log in, when I press the button, I don't want to be sitting, at the Mexican restaurant and the booty girl pops up on my screen and starts just shaking something. I don't want that because then the waitresses, like, oh, you're one of those. Spit in my food or something. Anyway, it happens to me too. Yep, you are right. Money is energetic resource. It's just an energetic resource, Lynn, and we just need to move on to a resource that doesn't require war. The people who are behind the monetary systems, they require war and death and dropping buildings on babies in order for America to make money. And I don't think we should enjoy these things anymore. 100% need to get away from pharmaceutical solutions and get back to natural derived healing. Amen, Heather. And not to stop pharmaceuticals, right? Not to stop them. It's just we need to train them to go back to being healers, right? To send that industry back to the way it was about healing and helping people and doing no harm, not maximizing profit. And that's the book Rockefeller's Medicine Men documented that well when they took this industry that elongated human life, it improved human life, and it turned into something that probably doesn't shorten human life, but it makes the human more controllable. It poisons the human more. And in order for a doctor to have their license, they have to go along with it. And that's why doctors aren't the foe in this. Doctors are a victim of the medical system, the same way nurses and all the other medical staff are. And most of them off record that I've talked to, they'll tell you, they're gripes with the system. So I make sure when I try to, Heather, when I talk, to not target, the doctors and those who are either one, really clueless about the economics of it because they were, it's been drilled into their head in medical school that this is the right way. And side effects are just side effects, not actually poison effects of being poisoned. But I think if we push them back to where they were as healers, amazing things are going to happen. But if we let them keep going, in trying to force drug the entire planet, we're going to extinct the human race. Howdy, Gerard. Good morning, Deb CT. All right. I do got to go. Did I get a comment from everyone? I'm sorry, you guys. It's just the sun is up and it's starting to warm up, so I got to go. Yes, TikToks are funny. TikToks are delicious, though, Christine. TikTok is funny. This is something we had called a TikTok, and it's probably a comorbidity. My mama used to give them to me all the time in church. She used to pop them in her mouth to stay awake. But TikTok seemed to be kind of funny. Children are forced into debt slavery system by means of school. Amen, Amy. That's why school shouldn't exist anymore. Everyone should be homeschooling their children best that you can. And if you can't do it, get a neighbor who wants to. Get your kids together, create a group. There are a lot of good curriculums online, and get your kids homeschooled. Get them out of these psychopathic colonizer prison system plantations. Children deserve freedom. They do not deserve to be walked. They shouldn't have been walking in lines, right? Children need to be free. It's not that school just got broken because of this ignorant thing that's happening right now with people being scared of the air and refuse to look at the science. But long before that, these were prison systems. Children should not be in prisons. Children need to be free. They need to learn outdoors. And the good thing about like the big mass push to homeschooling right now is it's going to force the hand of the Department of Education. It's going to force them to say, well, what's wrong with us? And it'll allow people like me and yourself to say, you're stupid. Kids been telling you they hate school for a long time. They hate school. And they should hate school because it's not school. It's a prison. They should hate it. No one goes, oh man, I love prison. It was fun. You learned a lot of things, learn how to make this and do this. And no, the kids should come home like, damn, I hated that. You know, lie to your children, tell them they need to love school. No, they need to hate it. Hate anything that doesn't make you feel good. There are some children that are prone to sitting and being still and being dictated to by a teacher. Yeah, some of them are like that. Not most of them. Most kids, they evolved and went to human schools where they get to question things. They want to run around. They want to learn things they're interested in, right? You give a child something that they're interested in, and it's not education. They'll do it all day just like adults are. You know, you give a child something that they're passionate in, they'll keep doing it. But if you beat them over the head and you force them to go to these colonizer, psychopathic, lying, partially true, centrally controlled systems that are designed to make them ignorant, perspective having, identity embracing bastards, fighting with their neighbor for money, beating them over the head with debt like it's a bat, and calling it good and posting it online, then we aren't going to get anywhere. And the only way we get anywhere is we have to change. We have to change things. All right. Let me go down. This video is moderated. What is this? It probably means I say things that they don't like, most likely. Did I get something from everybody? Nope, there goes Jay just came in the house. Censored on by Jackie Millen account because I quoted a real gangster who would put a hurting on the corporation. Oh, okay. Yeah, they don't like Tupac. They don't like him at all. And that makes perfectly good sense. When you start posting things that are actually true, then that's when, you know, they'll come after you. A system only responds to you if you are doing things that defy the system. If they're sending you money, if politicians are clapping for you, you know, that system will leave you alone. When you actually do something that's effective, that system will come for you. It means Gerard is a moderator. Okay, that's what that means. I don't know. Haley Knox or Garland specifically. All right, y'all respond to each other. Cold front tomorrow. Yeah, Verna. Yep, it's going to get cold here next week, I believe. We've been in a heat wave, which is a good reminder. Is why I got to go. We've been in a heat wave for the last week, but heat or not, I still got to do what I got to do. So I got to get to work before it gets too hot today. What was the topic about? I forgot. Perspectives, Monday, happiness. Yeah, it's just perspective. You know, we all have our own perspectives, and there's nothing wrong with anybody's perspective. You know, we should embrace everyone's perspective, but we also should realize that all of our perspectives are ignorant. And if we can actually get to that point where we know all of our perspectives are ignorant, then we don't act like we know every damn thing. We don't act like we really know any damn thing. You know, I know what my perspectives are, and I know what I believe, but as far as what's true, I can only speak to what's true for me. And when we have that level of humility, then we stop talking like we're little psychopathic, narcissistic bastards that actually know things that no human probably could know. And that's when war and conflict starts, right? Because the basis of conflict is the ignorant who think that they know what's right for somebody else. And the minute that you know what's right for somebody else, that's the minute you join the abusive camp, right? That is when you become the abuser. That's when you put on your white T-shirt and you're going to go off and join a group and dictate to somebody else how they're going to be abused. So, all right, I had to go. Solar panels barely spinning, as you can see. It's hot, not a lot of wind this morning. It's going to probably get up to 100. Well, yesterday got up to 109, so it might head up that way today. Thank goodness for a breeze, but it means I have to get to this early. This is Gerard. Love y'all to death. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Sad Monday. No, Melancholy Monday. That's what it is. Melancholy Monday, but love and light.